Tokyo Mirage Sessions #FE, which stands for Fire Emblem. This is the Wii U version, and I'm gonna do New Game Plus. I thought we go with hard because it is a New Game Plus. I don't really know what crosses over though, so that might be a mistake. Let's see. Keep some data from last playthrough. 2 types are imported, optional and automatic. You can keep your gameplay data, level, carnage, skills, map, money. That's cool. I don't know what carnage is, I don't even remember. If I import that, apparently my skills and mastery are reset, so let's just say no for now. Keep your skills and save names. Yes. Sounds good to me. Let's see if this all works properly. This is the first time I've moved something through my capture card other than my PS4. I also updated this so now the chat overlay will come into the thing, so that's cool. Fancy, yeah. My old ass, it took like forever to get this all figured out, so but we got it done. I guess this guy's composing. Why aren't they singing? I wonder if I owned the Japanese version, if there would be text here. Or dialogue, rather. Well, thank you. That should be good. I don't know if those are audio distortions or if this is what it's supposed to sound like. I guess I'll figure out when I review the video later. My whole thing was I wanted to play an SMT game, but I could not figure out how to configure the 3DS emulator to make it like good. It's very glitchy, so I decided screw that. Anyways, whereabouts are unknown for some 13-year-old girl who disappeared at an opera. Blah blah blah, 5 years later. Atlas Presente or presents. Really? They're not gonna translate that. Rude. I love how colorful this game is, though. I was considering buying this for Switch as well, but I kind of got the impression that that was going to be no changes at all. They offered you, like, to my understanding, nothing at all. It was just like a straight up port. And I was like, I'm not paying $60 for a game I already own. Plus, it'll be easier to replay this on New Game Plus, as far as grinding and all that shit goes. You can ignore the chat room if you were looking at it. It was just me like typing the same thing over and over again, testing the chat overlay, so yeah. Maybe I'll have to do all the voicing for this. I don't even remember if there's an English option. Guess we'll find out. It's been several years since I played this. This game was basically the sole reason I bought a Wii U. Like, that and Bayonetta 2. Everything else on the Wii U, I was like, nah, I'm good on that. Oh, I think I have Hyrule Warriors. I think I have 4 games. But yeah, I bought like a half-broken one. It was like cheap. Okay, I'm gonna have to voice this whole game. Itsuki says, some kind of event, huh? Wonder what's taking Toma so long. Oh, and of course there are like text messages on this damn thing, which... Anyways, Itsuki says, aren't you two overreacting a little? Toma says, hey, we're all friends here. What's wrong with wanting to all hang out? Toma continues, well, guess that means tomorrow's gonna be on us guys. Out on the town. Communication tool topic. Itsuki carries... Honestly, this is just basically, it looks exactly like text message layout on Apple. You don't really need to see it, but I will read it. I received an urgent topic, apparently. Toma says, sorry I'm running late, I seriously just got off the stage. Toma continues, sorry man, and I was the one who set this whole thing up too. Itsuki says, I can select the responses, I just say don't worry about it. Toma says, thanks man, sorry again. Oh, by the way, I saw someone who looked a lot like Tsubasa in Odeba today. Did she tell you anything about her plans? Itsuki says, nope. Toma says, it was probably somebody else then. Anyhow, I'll be there as soon as I can, so just hang on a little more. And then Toma posts an emoji that says, here I go. Itsuki says, guess I'll just wander around a bit then. To my knowledge, there is no way to capture the gamepad, so just imagine you're looking at your phone and receiving text messages when I get to those parts. Anyway, Itsuki says, Tsubasa, who was that blue girl, the hair, girl with the blue hair. My god, I can't talk. Clearly, I'm the smartest person in the world. I can't talk to her unless I run around this crazy thing, I guess. So much glare off the gamepad. Oh well. Maybe if I try this, that'll be better. I don't like that. We'll just deal with this. Tsubasa says, Itsuki? Itsuki says, I thought that was you, Tsubasa. Tsubasa says, I thought you were hanging out with Toma today. Itsuki says, he hasn't shown up yet, so I figured I'd hang out for a while. Tsubasa says, thanks, Toma. Itsuki says, Tsubasa? Tsubasa is saying, well, did you hear? Here he is doing a live concert in the middle of Shibuya soon. Isn't that awesome? I'm gonna say, yeah, pretty awesome. I wonder if there's a way to not allow them to speak. I don't know. I might have to tweak that later after reviewing this. Anyway, Itsuki says, pretty awesome. Tsubasa says, I know, right? Carrie is one of the best female artists in Japan right now. She's totally my hero. Itsuki says, sounds like you're really into this Kiria stuff. Tsubasa says, I'm her biggest fan. She continues, you should really listen to her sometime, Itsuki. He says, I'll get around to it. She says, you promise? He says, yeah. She says, don't yeah me. You're just saying that to get me off your case. Come on, Itsuki. We've been friends since we were kids. Can't you take me seriously? She says, okay, I got it. If you don't listen to Kiria, we're getting parfait, your treat. Make sure it's extra large. Itsuki says, I mean, I'll get you parfait if you want. I just don't see why you're trying to get me excited about seeing her. Tsubasa says, it makes perfect sense. I just want to be able to talk about Kiria stuff with you. Itsuki says, I think that's probably enough about her. So, what exactly are you doing here in Daitama? Tsubasa says, I thought I threw him off the trail. Well, you know, just things. Yeah, I can't use that feature. Tsubasa says, just remembered there was something I had to do. Gotta go, I'll see you later. Itsuki says, Tsubasa? He's thinking, sounds like something's going on in the back. If Toma's going to be a while, I might as well check it out. Oh, there's some Reaper dude. Being that I've only played this once, I seriously do not remember much of it. I remember liking it. Such shiny light. Hopefully, once I gain control, I can get into like some audio settings and turn off the people chatting, or maybe lower it. I don't know. Anyways, the MC says, ladies and gentlemen, you're finalists for one of Millennium Idol Discovery's auditions, and I'm your host, Teru Gojin. He says, which talented contestant will get the glory of victory and a shot at stardom? Are you ready? The crowd screams yes. He says, so am I. It seems the audition hosted by Gojuin has begun. Let me turn the volume up more now, people aren't talking as much. Alrighty. Gojuin says next up, number 4, Tsubasa Oribe. The crowd says, whoa. Itsuki says, Tsubasa? Tsubasa says, my name is Tsubasa Oribe. I'm pleased to meet you. The crowd laughs because she says, pleat you, I think. She says, aw, geez, I messed that up. Itsuki says, what's Tsubasa doing on stage? Itsuki says, huh? He says, what was that? The host says, tell us, Tsubasa, what kind of star did you want to be? She says, I want to become an idol that can make everyone happy. The crowd is cheering, I guess. The host says, what motivated you to be that kind of idol? We're just dying to know, aren't we, folks? The crowd says, we are. Tsubasa says, well, a while ago I went through some hard times and got really depressed. Everyone was really worried about me, but that just ended up feeling more like a burden. But I had a friend that still talked with me like everything was normal, just like he always did. That cheered me up, and it helped me feel like I could smile again. Tsubasa says, that's why I want to be able to help everyone smile, just like my friend did for me. The host says, by the way, why don't you tell us what it was that made you so depressed? Tsubasa says, well... The host says, is it something to do with your sister? Tsubasa exclaims, like she did not know that he would say such a thing. The host says, your sister is idol Ayaha Oribe, isn't she? Tsubasa says, that's true. The host says, why didn't you say so? This is important information. Tell us, what kind of sister was she? Tsubasa says she was always cheerful, a great singer, and most importantly, she was a kind person. Gojuin says, 5 years ago, during the mass disappearance, she disappeared, didn't she? Tsubasa says nothing. The crowd says, these questions are weird. Isn't the mass disappearance where all the performers and audience in a theater just disappeared? The host says, a girl whose heart cries out for her missing sister. Oh, so tragic, so beautiful. Oh, my heartstrings. But here we come to the most important question of all, says the host. Tsubasa, for your incredible talent, I could let you see your beloved sister once again. How about it? She stays silent. Gojuin says, the truth is, I have called Miss Ayaha to be our special guest today. She says she's here. The host says, you took it hook, line, and sinker. I have something special for gullible idiots like you. You're gonna get exactly what your sister got. Which I guess is murdered. Because that's very emblematic of like shadow transformations in Persona, so I'm gonna assume this will be our tutorial fight, maybe. The crowd is screaming. They're saying, stop, you can't just do this to us. What's going on? Oh no. The host, who is now evil, says, get to it, lads. Grab it all. I want all the performa these humans got. Oh my. Oh me, oh my. It is low-adding, apparently. It's the Wii U. It's probably going to do that a lot. Let's not lie. Itsuki says, what's happening? Tsubasa screams. The host says, don't let her escape. This little girlie is going to make a fine vessel for her. I guess the bad person is a girl. I don't know. Tsubasa continues screaming. Itsuki says Tsubasa's name. Tsubasa says, Itsuki, help me. And then she is pulled into some weird dimensional rift. Itsuki appears to have a headache and some special magic, happy, glowy power emanating from his soul or something. He says, what's going on? He screams Tsubasa's name even though she's not there. Apparently he has brain damage. Let's see if we can do some... Oh wow, yeah, that's gonna give me lots of options, I guess. Alright, background volume. Sound effects are fine. We're gonna minimize this. We're gonna do immediate. Play record notifications. Sure. And if this pisses me off, I guess I can change it later. But we'll leave that for now. Apply. We're gonna go with yes on that. Okay, so hopefully that stops all the fuckery with regard to the voices kind of like overlapping. So, should be able to turn the volume up a little more to make that better. We approach the dimensional distortion and Itsuki says I have to save her. Main menu and saving. I already figured that out. Thank you though, bro. Alright, we're gonna go in there, I guess. Touch it. Touch it. Whatever. I'll review this this later, and if it sucks, I'll just redo it. It's not a big deal. Like, I want to tap the F1 button to save state, but that's not how this is going to work at all, so... Itsuki says, Tsubasa! But Tsubasa was nowhere to be found. Itsuki says, what is this place? Am I even in Daitama anymore? A mysterious girl just magically appears. Her name is Mysterious Girl, Jesus. She says you have to hurry. Itsuki says, huh? She's in danger, you have to hurry to the depths. And then she fucking teleports away like an asshole. Okay. Itsuki says, who was that girl? She can wait, I have to find Tsubasa. Oh ye. Look at this glorious stuff. What is over in the hour? Okay. I think that's just the way back down and out of the dungeon more quickly. I like these waterfalls and floaty boxes. It appears as though I've gotten a text message. And when I say that, I mean like the actual game, not me. Toma says, some weird stuff's going down in Daitama. Where are you? Is everything okay? Itsuki says, I think I'm still in Daitama. I went through this weird gate thing and ended up in some huge place I've never seen before. Toma says, oh crap, that's not good. Itsuki says, you know the place? Toma says, I can't explain right now. Itsuki, I need you to get the hell out of there right now. Itsuki says, I don't really get it, but Tsubasa got kidnapped by some monsters. I'm not just gonna leave her behind. Toma says, come on, Itsuki. And then he just puts his phone away. We hear screaming. Itsuki says, huh? And we continue wandering around this crazy labyrinth, which is very beautiful. If this is what hell looks like, I'm fine with it. Anyways, we have descended further into the labyrinth, where your mama hangs out. Just kidding. We hear more screaming. Itsuki says, what was that? Because he's a dipshit. He says that's, and trails off. Looks like a different human is trapped in here. She's also screaming. I think the demons are psionically attacking her. Anyway, the host says, not bad. I guess I should have expected as much from a vessel we picked out specially. Maybe she's possessed by that weird ghosty man. The host says, won't be long now till Tsubasa's finished. Everything's going perfectly. He says, no, Tsubasa, give me... What? Your power. Itsuki, I believe. He says, it is mine. Your power is mine. Says the creepy demon guy. Itsuki runs and says, ah! The red ghost thing says, your power is mine. That would definitely break your legs. Or, at worst, hurt you more than that. I don't know. Alright, so I guess we're just running away. We have... Itsuki says, I sense a dangerous presence. What should I do? I guess we have to proceed. So, yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and do that. Tsubasa says, no! Stop! Itsuki says, Tsubasa. The ghostly man says, give me your power. It is mine. Your power is mine. Itsuki says, whoa, and starts pounding on the door. Apparently, he has gotten through the door. How fancy of him. Tsubasa is being choked by the evil red man. Itsuki says Tsubasa. The ghost starts choking him. Oh no, we've awakened something. Something deep inside. It's probably a Fire Emblem character. Or he just manifests his soul into a white circular orb and smashes the ghost with it. This apparently causes the ghost to have an orgasm and then melt. How scary. The ghost person is now a Fire Emblem character who becomes, I guess, like inside my body or something. He says, "What was I doing?" Itsuki says, he just grunts. The Fire Emblem character says, "Go, I'll take care of them." Itsuki says, "Huh? But why are you helping me, basically?" The ghostly man says, "We don't have time to talk. Go and rescue that girl." Itsuki says, "Tsubasa!" Apparently they need to say each other's names over and over again for dramatic effect. The ghostly man says, "Now." Itsuki says, "Right, but what can I do to save her?" Tsubasa says, "Itsuki," while choking on darkness. Her soul power just emanates from her bosom, and I guess stops the choking from occurring. He opens his mouth all agape, mystified that he is not the only one with the magic soul orb power. Itsuki says that's it. Apparently he can just suck that out of people or something. That's totally, like, legit-y. Now he smashes the other ghost with her soul. Wow. Tits McGee has appeared. Her titties are covered by her blue hair, of course. Because America. Or maybe that's a metal plate, I don't know. But she has a spear. Apparently, we're all fucking friends now, so we're just gonna kill some ghosts. Carnage form. Oh my. Whatever that means. They obviously transform into sexier outfits for some reason. Yeah, he's basically Crom, I believe. He says, "Yeah!" Apparently it feels good to have power surge through your body and then to magically transform into an outfit you don't actually own. And titties, because why not? Fan service, baby. Why the floofy ear things, though? Probably because almost every video game needs to have a bunny in it for some reason. If you've played an RPG without a bunny, you haven't been playing it hard enough, that's all I'm gonna tell you. They are much sexier than before. They say, "How can I?" Incredible. Gah, a talking sword. Wait, I know that voice. Are you that weird ghost guy? The ghost says yes. He says, "Somehow it looks like I became a blade." The boy says, "This can't be real." Itsuki, rather. "It's alright, I'm here with you. Now, come on. Let's stab some shit." When an enemy's weakness is attacked, the push button skill basically gives you more powers, whatever. It's basically Persona, let's not over whatever it. Special performances can be used under SP gauge or whatever. I don't know, who cares. What kind of skills do we have? We should have all the skills, most likely. Focused blade. How many EP do I have? I don't like know what's going on with my tunes. Physical sword, light attack. Medium attack, again, effective versus demons. Heat wave. That doesn't attack everybody? It says medium attack on all enemies. There we go. They're dead. He finishes it off. Yeah, the enemies will probably be really easy because I'm on New Game Plus. We got a blob force and some money. How fancy we are. Wow, I can hear the Wii U just like struggling. They transform back to normal, but somehow keep their fancy weapons. The ghostly man says, "Looks like we managed to take him out." The ghostly woman says, "It seems as though we're able to revert to these forms as well." He says, "Much of this is still unclear, but my name is Crom, I can remember that much." Itsuki says, "Crom, thank you. I couldn't have saved Tsubasa without you. I'm Itsuki." Crom says, "Itsuki, huh?" Crom says, "I should be the one thanking you. I was the light within you that freed me from the darkness." Fancy. Crom says, "You have my gratitude. It's been a pleasure to meet you, Itsuki." Itsuki says, "Likewise." They gently place each other's hands in one another's because, I don't know. The woman says, "I'm Kaida. Yours was Tsubasa, wasn't it?" Tsubasa says, "Yes, I'm Tsubasa. I'm 18. Kaida says, "I'm really sorry, Tsubasa. I must have scared you a bit." Tsubasa says, "Yes, that was really scary. But if it wasn't for you, who knows what would have happened to me back there, so thank you, Miss Kaida." Kaida says, "Just call me Kaida. You're a kind-hearted girl, Tsubasa." Itsuki says, "Sorry, but what exactly are you two? You attacked us and then you saved us." Crom says, "I can't even remember why I'm here in the first place." Tsubasa says, "Is your memory gone too, Kaida?" Kaida says, "Yes." Tsubasa says, "I see. What should we do?" Crom says, "I say we get out of here as soon as we can. If we linger too long, we might find ourselves with unwanted company." Itsuki says, "Crom's right. We can figure out the details after we get out of here alive." Such fanciness. Itsuki Aoi's legendary garb has been added to the costume emblem form. Maybe now I have menu options. Something something map. Cool. I think there's like one of those little fancy things in here. Whatever. So skills. We have all kinds of skills. Contact with still unsure combat. Knocks down nearby enemies. We got just so many skills. We have S skills, which I don't even know what those are. Look at that, we got like skills for days. We have items for days. What are these performa items? I think those are to like unlock skills on the skill grid or whatever. Yeah, I don't know what any of that stuff is for. Wardrobe. We can change our little outfit. Oh, okay, so I reset the weapon growth, I think. Wow, I have like all these different kinds of accessories still. We have... Why don't we have the naked form? That'd be kind of hot. Well, this one shows the most skin, so we're gonna go with that. Pegasus form. Shiny Fever. Blue Sky Smile. Let's go with that. Artists. Check it out. We have Itsuki X Crom. He has a profile. He has all these stats. Apparently he's 18. He weighs 139 pounds. Alright, whatever. I think these are all the enemies that I've killed, I guess. Alrighty, whatever. Let's move on. Turn the map on down here, which is kind of nice, but it's weird because then it forces me to like look down. Crown says, "Wait, Itsuki." Oh no, it's some ghosty boy. Enemies are enemies. You should stab them. Okay, cool. She rides on its back. That's fun. I love that the crowd is like always in the background too. It's super cool. Because all the characters, I think, become pop stars later in the game, which is kind of fun. We have attack, escape, tactics, guard, items. Let's just attack shit. It'll be fine. This is way too easy. Anyways, we're learning skills, I guess. Itsuki says, "I'm learning new ways to fight from Crom." Crom says, "This is why this form exists." Skill inheritance. Your weapon, or Carnage, has reached a mastery level. You will gain mastery each time you act in combat, and when you have enough, you can learn a new skill. Try checking the skills you just learned. Oh yeah, we're gonna just forfeit that. Yep. Is this okay? That's good. Electricity Lunge. With Electricity Lunge EX, you won't need this. Okay. Will this do? That's fine. I wonder if there's like items. Oh, there are, okay. Obtain medicine ×2. Crom says there's enemies lurking around here. Keep an eye on your health and heal if things get out of hand. You're so useful. Let's just alter this difficulty to even worse than what it is now. Oh, you can only do that. That's like the super hard difficulty, so if you don't choose it from the beginning, you can't have it, I guess. It's one of those things where if you choose it, you can't go back down either, so it kind of like is a pain in the vajazzle. A mysterious power is protecting this wall. There's nothing we can do right now. New topic from Toma. Toma says, "Itsuki, are you okay?" Itsuki says, "Yeah, somehow I found Tsubasa. We're all right." Toma says, "Where are you guys right now?" Itsuki says, "I have no idea." Toma says, "You dumbass. Okay, look, you guys gotta find the exit. There should be a round building somewhere south of you that exits near there, so get moving. And be careful, you guys better not die. Itsuki says that must be it. Tsubasa says, ah, Itsuki. Itsuki just groans or something. And we get attacked. I guess we have to kill some shit. Does this have like an auto feature? Where you just like press a button and then they just all like start attacking the shit out of everybody? Auto battle, perfect. Fun to say. Itsuki says monsters keep leaving these behind. What are they? Crom says it's called Performa. Chances are it was harvested from a human. Tsubasa says Performa. Kaede says it's a power that only humans carry within. For beings like us, it provides power. Itsuki says so that host at the audition was kidnapping people to steal their Performa. Tsubasa says, wow, look at it sparkle. Kaida says, I sense Performa shining within you too, Tsubasa. Itsuki says, a power carried by humans, and trails off. Let's go back to the map. Such fanciness. We got chakra drops. Man, the boxes on those, if you're anywhere near them, they touch you. To move this because there's like scene. Let's just put that there for now. I like those sound effects, those are pretty awesome. We got some first aid kits. Double team me right in front of this girl. That's filthy. So filthy. We learned a skill. It's probably obsolete. Skewer. I'll go ahead and say forfeit that. This green blob. I name it Blobby. A mysterious power envelops Itsuki's body. Our party was healed. How nice. Guess I go in this little building. Itsuki says I sense a dangerous presence. We're gonna proceed. I have a feeling I'll be wiping my ass with these enemies. Which is good, then I won't be like stuck in battles all the time. Kinda makes the story proceed quicker. Gojuin says, hold it right there, Tsubasa. Tsubasa says, ah. Itsuki says it's him, the host, from the audition. Gojuin says, Kaida, you damn traitor, just had to switch sides. I'll show you what happens to turncoats. Tsubasa says, eek. Gojuin says, hey lad, you someone's master now? I can feel your performa from here. Crom says, careful, this one's different from the other enemies. Keep your guard up. Gojuin says, Crom, I found it. Not only Kaida, but I've even got a vessel for Crom himself. Itsuki says, Erg. Some voice that isn't any of these people apparently says, Itsuki, are you okay? Itsuki says, wait, that's the guy that was texting us probably. It's Toma. And I do love a hot ginger. He says, sorry for the hold-up, the hero's here and ready to rock. Now come over here and take out your cock. No, he didn't say that last part. That's just what I wish he was doing. Oh my gosh, I just realized this audio is going to be ridiculous. Hopefully it'll be okay. I'm worried that this is inputting the audio through my microphone, and we'll see what happens when I get done with the first video. This just might be garbage. Anyways, Toma says, that's a dynamic entrance. Wait, Itsuki and Tsubasa are masters now? A different voice says, it certainly looks that way. Gojuin laughs. Toma says, what the hell? Gojuin says, perfect, even more mirages. All you little sheepsies are coming with me. Toma says, you talk pretty good. You talk pretty big for a guy in a can. I have a better idea. I'm gonna knock that mirage out of you. Alright, well, we're just gonna stab him until he dies, which apparently was one hit. Yay! Toma says, the evil Mirage is vanquished by the forces of justice. A man's voice says, you made good use of your momentum in that battle, Toma, but your movement was hardly what I'd call efficient. Toma says, I know, but come on, in situations like this, it's all about the showmanship, you know what I mean? Toma says, hold on though, Kane, this guy's not dead or anything, right? He's supposed to turn back to normal. Kane says, that should be the case, but I have never seen a human possessed by a mirage change so drastically. Toma says, oh right, let me introduce you guys. This is Kane, my partner. Wink. And Kane, you're looking at Itsuki and Tsubasa. Kane says, Itsuki and Tsubasa. Toma speaks highly of you. He says you are interesting friends. Tsubasa says, interesting, huh? Toma says, man, Itsuki, you almost gave me a heart attack when I realized you went inside an idolosphere. Itsuki says, idolosphere, questioningly. Toma says, it's this place, the world we're in right now. Look, I was seriously worried about you. Itsuki says, sorry I didn't listen to you, but I just couldn't leave Tsubasa on her own. Toma says, I know, I kind of figured that's what you were thinking, that's why I told you to get out. Just running off to do something stupid and dangerous without pausing for a second. Whew, that was a close one. Itsuki says, more importantly, Toma, why didn't you ever tell us you were involved in something this dangerous? Toma says, come on man, this is basic stuff. A hero never reveals their identity, especially to their closest friends. Itsuki says, Toma. Toma says, to be honest, I didn't want you guys worrying about me, so I figured I should keep quiet about it. Sorry about that, Itsuki. Itsuki says, no, you don't have to apologize. I guess I understand where you're coming from. Toma says, thanks man, but I guess you're a Mirage Master now too, huh? Itsuki says, what's this Mirage Master thing you keep talking about? Toma says Kane and others like him are called Mirages, and Mirage Masters are the ones who fight alongside them. Itsuki says, I see. Toma says, kind of expected you to freak out more, to be honest. You're over here acting like this is no big deal. Itsuki says, am I? Toma says, you're pretty strong, Itsuki. Well, if we're gonna hang around and chat, I for one would rather do it. I would rather not do it in an idolosphere. Let's roll. Toma says, in any case, I'm glad you two are okay. Sorry for the bad break, Tsubasa. Tsubasa said, I was so scared, but Itsuki came for me. Toma says, and he saved you, huh? Oh well, I guess Itsuki's always going to be Tsubasa's hero. Tsubasa says, my hero? What's that supposed to mean? Itsuki says, come on, Toma, it's you who wants to become a superhero, right? Toma says, you really don't get it, do ya? Itsuki says, what did I say? Tsubasa says, you don't have to worry about it. Toma says, see this, Kane? Every day with these two, this is the kind of stuff I was talking about. Kane says, you were correct there, it seems, but for some reason it gives me this sensation of curious nostalgia. Exit. I like how they designed the dungeons so that when you get to the end, you can get out really easily. Take note, other RPGs. Toma says, this should get us back to Daitama. Ghosties appear. Many ghosties. They are groaning sexually. They say, surrender your performa. Tsubasa says, there's a bunch of them. Toma says, things might get a little rough. Let's just kill them. I say we have to fight. Itsuki says there's nowhere to run, we gotta fight. Tsubasa says there's too many. A woman's voice, outside of all these people, says, don't move. Itsuki says, what? Apparently, it mass casts an ice spell and destroys them all. Toma says, Kiria. Kiria says nothing. Tsubasa says, Kiria, why is she here live in person? Tsubasa says, oh my gosh, Kiria is looking at me. Wait, don't tell me she's a Mirage Master too. What do? I can feel my brain pounding. Itsuki says, Tsubasa, if it's your brain that's pounding, something might be wrong. Tsubasa says, wait a minute. Oh no, Itsuki. I don't have anything for her to sign. How am I going to get her autograph? Kiria says, Tsubasa says she's gone. I thought I was finally going to get her autograph. Itsuki says, I think we have more important things to worry about. Come on, let's get out of here while we can. Itsuki says, we finally made it back. Toma says, yep, nicely done. Tsubasa says, I can't believe all that happened. I'm just glad we made it back safe. Itsuki says, you can say that again. Man, I'm beat. Somebody says, I take it the operation was successful, Toma. And they zoom in on her tits before her face. Anyways, Toma says, yeah, but Kiria had to bail us out at the end there. The woman says, and who are these two? Toma says, Itsuki and Tsubasa. Tsubasa says, it's a pleasure to meet you. Itsuki says, I'm Itsuki. Touma says, Miss Mako, somewhere in the middle of all that mess, these two got the power of Mirage Masters. The woman says, both masters? Maybe this is fate. Itsuki says, sorry, but are you... The woman says, my name is Maiko Shimazaki. Maiko says, Meiko, I don't know. I direct others who investigate incidents like this one. I suppose you could call me their leader. Itsuki says, investigation? Maiko says, although Mirage-related incidents aren't often made public, they're more common than you may know. The mass disappearance, I'm sure you're familiar with that at least. Itsuki says, that was the incident where a huge number of performers and audience members just vanished, right? Maiko says, mirages were responsible for that phenomenon as well. She says, we still don't have all the information on what they truly are, but we've confirmed that they reside in areas known as idolospheres and cause harm to humans. She continues, their existence lies beyond that of our physical realm, so conventional weaponry does not faze them. The only thing that can stop a mirage is another mirage. Itsuki says, like how Kram and Kaida helped us? Maiko says, you catch on quick. Certain mirages can harmonize with talented humans and grant them powers. Using these gifted powers to combat this threat to humanity, that is what it means to be a Mirage Master. Since we investigate cases involving mirages, we need the help of masters to do it. Unfortunately, those who have the natural ability for it are very rare. Itsuki says, Tsubasa. Tsubasa says, please, I want to help you. Itsuki and Touma both exclaim together, huh? Tsubasa says, I don't know if I'll be any good at it, but if I do have some rare ability, then I want to help out. Maiko says, I see. You're Ayaha Oribe's little sister, aren't you? Tsubasa says, how do you know that? Maiko says, we've been keeping track of you since that night 5 years ago. I never dreamed that you'd get involved in all of this. During the incident 5 years ago, you were in the audience and Ayaha disappeared before your eyes. Tsubasa says yes. Maiko says, and you're thinking if you become a Mirage Master, you might find some clues about your sister. Am I correct? Tsubasa says, I've been looking all this time. I only auditioned in the first place because I thought being in the industry would help. If becoming a Mirage Master will help me find her, then I'll do it. I want to become a master. Maiko says, alright Tsubasa, I'll be counting on your support from now on. Tsubasa says, thank you so much. Maiko says, what about you, Itsuki? I say, I'll do it. He says, if there's any way I can help, just say the word. Tsubasa says, Itsuki. Touma says, I knew we could count on you. Maiko says, thank you, Itsuki. I love to help. I just love kids who are always willing to help. That sounds dirty. Itsuki says, I'll do my best, Miss Shimazaki. She says, call me Maiko. We're on a first-name basis around here. More casual. Try again. He says, okay, I'll do my best, Miss Maiko. Tsubasa says, Itsuki, are you sure about this? Itsuki says, I can't just let you do something dangerous like this on your own, Tsubasa. Tsubasa says, thanks, just having you by my side makes me feel like I can do anything. Touma says, ouch you guys, I'm standing right here. Don't tell me I'm just the third wheel. Tsubasa says, I mean, I'll be counting on you too. Maiko giggles and says, you three are pretty close, aren't you? Touma says, ha ha ha, it's a shame you aren't about 10 years younger, or you could have gotten in on this. Maiko says, oh, Touma, I think you and I need to sit around for a nice long chat about your future. He says, sorry, my schedule's all full. Maiko says, well then, Toma, I'd like to take Itsuki and Tsubasa to our hidden base. Itsuki says, you have a hidden base? Maiko says it's only appropriate for a secret organization to have a secret headquarters. Toma says, Miss Maiko, I think base might be stretching it a little. Maiko says, well, I'm a very busy woman. I have some errands to take care of, so I'll see you later. Toma says, guess I don't really have a choice. We're gonna go to the hidden base. And we have completed the prologue, apparently. Save your progress. Sure. Progress saved. Chapter 1. A Star is Born. Bunch of empty wine bottles. Oh my. Toma says, here we are. Itsuki says, looks more like an office than some kind of secret base. Toma says, yeah, it's an office. Ever heard of Fortuna Entertainment? Tsubasa says, that's the production Kiria belongs to. Toma says, should have figured you'd know it, Tsubasa. But yeah, this is the Fortuna Entertainment office. Also stands for FE, otherwise known as Fire Emblem, LOL. Anyways, Tsubasa says, really? Why was I brought to a place like this? Toma says, just a regular production company on the surface, but secretly a team of Mirage specialists and investigators. That's Fortuna Entertainment. I haven't told you guys yet, but this is the production company I've been working with. Tsubasa says, why didn't you tell us? Itsuki says, yeah, you don't have to worry about telling us where you work. Tsubasa says, if I knew you were working at the same company as Kiria, I would have asked you to get me an autograph. Itsuki says, that's what you're angry about? Toma says, Tsubasa, I kept my mouth shut because I knew this is how you'd react. Tsubasa says, never mind all that, Toma. Where's Kiria? Toma says, oh, she's not here. Tsubasa says, why not? Toma says, Tsubasa, chill out. Kiria's pretty busy. Not only does she have a ton of work, but she's got to get ready for her live performance as well. She has her schedule worked out down to the minute, even I haven't seen her in a while. Toma says, Tsubasa, are you okay? Tsubasa's just making noises. Itsuki says, what are you doing? Tsubasa says, I'm breathing air that Kiria was breathing. I can die happy now. Toma sighs. Toma says, oh right, there was someone I wanted you two to meet. Itsuki says, who's that? Toma says, you'll see, they're waiting for you just past that door. Toma says, come on Tsubasa, back to reality. Tsubasa says, I'm not done enjoying the atmosphere yet. Both the boys look like they've been defeated. What is this? It's a poster for Reincarnation, Kiria's mega hit. I feel like I hear this playing in the city at least once a day. Food and drinks from vending machines will restore HP, EP, cure ailments, including unconsciousness. In addition, it may temporarily raise their luck stat. You cannot have multiple luck boosts active at the same time. Let's just stay away from that madness. These are our trophies. Play records are logs of things you've accomplished. Blah, 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 blah. Wall of Fame. Let's look at that. Reincarnation. Okay. Basically, it's for beating the various chapters of the game. And completed 50% of side stories, completed all of them. And all different kinds of stuff, I guess. Whatever, not important. I guess we can watch videos there, that's kind of cool. Since I've probably unlocked all of them. I have a feeling that I'm gonna be in a situation where this audio, like, I think that my voice should be okay, but I think the music is gonna sound echoey. Which isn't a big deal. I can fix that by putting headphones on. So, for now, once I get past this scene, I'm just gonna save and check this out. Anyway, Tsubasa says, "What is this place?" Itsuki says, "How is a place like this in an office building?" Toma says, "Mind blown, right? This place is for Mirage Masters and those with strong performa, those chosen by fate." Crom says, "This place, there's something that feels oddly nostalgic." Kaida says, "Yes, for me as well. I wonder why that is." Tsubasa says, "Kaida, where have you been all this time?" Toma says, "She's been with you since we left the Idolosphere. You just can't see her, that's all." Toma says, "As long as they're in the Bloom Palace, though, they can go back to these physical forms." Toma says, "Hey, Tiki." Oh, that weird little girl from before. She says, "Oh, big brother." Crom says, "Huh? Why do I feel as though I've met her before?" Tsubasa says, "I can't believe it. I can't believe you're making this little girl call you big brother. Wait a minute, I think I've seen her somewhere before." Tsubasa says, "Oh my gosh, it's Tiki, the Udaloid, the virtual singer." I guess she's the Hatsune Miku of this world. Tsubasa says, "A real live Utaloid." Toma says, "That's the reaction I was waiting for. Don't accuse me of any creepy stuff." You noticed that first. Okay. He says, "Let me introduce you. The Udaloid you know is a cover. Her true identity is a mirage." Oh my! Tiki says, "Welcome to the Bloom Palace. I was waiting for you, big brother." Itsuki says, "Big brother, wait, me too?" Tiki says, "Uh-huh. If I'm not supposed to call Toma that, can you be my big brother instead?" Let's just say, I don't mind, I don't really care. Yay. Tiki says, "Thank you, big brother." Itsuki says, "You might be overdoing it a little. Thanks for telling me that Tsubasa was in danger back there." She says, "I didn't do anything worth thanks. That's all I could really do. I wish I could have gone to help, but all I can do is stay here and pray that everyone comes back safely." Itsuki says, "What do you mean by that?" Tiki says, "I'm a little different from the others. I'm bound to this place." Tiki says, "Wait, big brother, do Crom and Kaida still have their memories?" Itsuki says, "They both said they have no idea why they're here. It sounded like they couldn't remember much of anything." Tiki says, "I knew it." Itsuki says, "Wait a minute, are you missing memories too?" Tiki says, "I don't know why, but all Mirages lost their memories of the past." Itsuki says, "That must be scary for you." Tiki says, "Yeah." Tiki says, "Thanks for worrying about me, big brother, but I'm okay. We found Crom and Kaida. And you and Tsubasa seem like nice people, so I'm really happy." Tsubasa says, "Tiki, you're such a sweet girl. I'll be sure to come visit you every day." Tiki says, "Thanks." Toma says, "I think that about does it for introductions. You want to give them an explanation on Unity?" Itsuki says Unity. Tiki says, you know you have Performa, right? Performa is like the power of the human soul to express itself. We fuse Performa with people and mirages to awaken new power within them. That ritual is called Unity. Itsuki says awaken new power. Tiki says, I guess you could say it makes you stronger. I can't really fight like the other mirages, but I can perform Unity rituals for you here. Basically, she's Igor from Persona. Anyways. She says, let's perform Unity right now, okay? That sounds very, very naughty. Tiki says, welcome to the Bloom Palace, the miraculous stage where Performa blossoms. Guess what, big brother? You can perform a new Unity. That's called Carnage Unity. Carnage is a ritual of fusing mirages with Performa obtained from enemies to change them into new Carnage, which is basically a weapon. More powerful Carnages can be acquired, and new skills can be learned from them. This is an element that is a must to complete the game, so it's best that you make good use of it. Tiki says, don't forget to check out new Unity that you can perform. You can make new Carnage now. This is what you can make if you have enough Performa. Give it a try. Alright, so let's just see what we can do. Details of Carnage. Move the cursor onto the Carnage you want to learn more about, and press Y to see the skills. Whatever. Looks like you need to use this Carnage more if you want to make it stronger. Okay. Iron Sword, is this right? Sure. Let's perform Unity. I think that just makes a weapon, and the various different weapons have the skills attached. And as you get experience, you can learn the new skills from the weapons. Once you've learned all the skills, it makes no sense to keep that weapon equipped any longer, obviously. But yeah, some of the items are story related, and some of them are dropped by the enemies. The new Carnage Iron Sword has been made. Do you want to equip it? Sure, why not? I don't care. I'm guessing all like the drops from the previous games are things I don't have any longer. But that's okay. I don't think I'll have much of an issue with that. Perform Radiant Unity. What does that do? Ray of Light. Yeah. Some of these, since they're story related, have been removed. Like that breaks the those stupid walls. And I think each character has one. It doesn't matter. I don't think I use her very often. But like, let's see. Oh yeah, Door of Heroes. I don't know, that must be story related. Door of Rampage as well. Who knows? Dress up AR data. I don't care about that right now. Tiki says, this is all I can do, but I'm happy if it helps you, even if it's just a little. Itsuki says, we're more than grateful for the help. Tiki says, great. I'll make sure to do my best. DLC now accessible. At EXP Hunter, Master Hunter, Savage Hunter. To access this, speak to Tiki in the Bloom Palace to create a new gate. Okay. Guess either the game came with DLC or I bought some. I don't even remember. Just F1, where that does nothing on this. Tiki says, I found new idolospheres. I'm gonna open them up. resources to replay the old dungeons or the DLC dungeons. This is a special one. It responds to your desire to get stronger. Check it out when you want to train. And you can talk to your Fire Emblem like manifestations as well. Kaida says, hello. Itsuki says, you can materialize when you're in this room. Kaida says, yes. Itsuki, I would appreciate it if you would look after Tsubasa, she says. Sometimes I believe she can be a bit oblivious. Itsuki says, you're not wrong. Kaida says, besides, it looked as though Tsubasa trusts you quite a bit. I'm sure she'll need your support. Itsuki says, well, she's been my friend since we were kids. I'll do what I can. Kaida says, thank you. I don't care to talk to all these people right now. Toma says, looks like Ms. Maiko's back. She said there's something she wants to talk to us about. We better head back to the office. Tiki says, you're going already. Itsuki says, I'll visit again. Tsubasa says, me too. Tiki says, I'll be waiting. Bye-bye. Alrighty, so I'm gonna save, and then normally I like to do these in 2-hour sets, but I'm not gonna do that this time because I just want to check and make sure everything is working okay. But thanks for watching, and I don't think I'm gonna do any more tonight, but I'll definitely do some more tomorrow. Anyways, have a great day. Bye.